Parliament resumes after a one-week recess. During that recess week, I spent 3 days at the New Zealand National Field Days, Mystery Creek, just outside Hamilton. I certainly have an interest in the primary sector, but for any New Zealander who ever has the opportunity to go to those field days, you can see some innovation that was leading the world. So there were visitors from all over the world coming to see what makes this country so innovative, so talented at coming up with new technology. When Parliament resumes at 2 o'clock, my pleasure first will be to introduce a Mexican delegation of senators. I was privileged to lead a speakers delegation to Mexico just over 12 months ago, and now we have some senators that we met during our visit in New Zealand, again looking at our parliamentary system, looking throughout New Zealand at our people, our culture, and ways we can invigorate and make sure the relationship between New Zealand and Mexico remains extremely strong. At 2 o'clock, we'll of course do question time, the 12 ministerial questions, and then the first piece of legislation the government wants to deal with is the Appropriation 2016-17 Supplementary Estimates Bill. It's a first reading, but it's a first reading without debate. It's a pro forma process which starts to justify and tidy up the supplementary estimates of last year's budget. After that, we move to the Outer Space and High Altitude Activities Bill. This is the legislation that brings the law up to date for dealing with a legal framework for those high altitude activities such as the launch of satellites and rockets. Then it's the government's intention to deal with the Point England Development Enabling Bill, and by committee stage, so the House will go into a committee of the whole House. This is certainly controversial and should take most of the rest of the day. If the government has any time left, they will come out of committee for the second reading of the Enhancing Identity Verification and Border Processes Legislation Bill. So a full day, and we are now down to just over 20 days before Parliament dissolves for the election process.